Hi beauties, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. Today's video I will be doing an everyday foundation routine with the stuff out of my makeup bag, and I'm not even gonna put this in here because this is so embarrassing. It's so dirty, like so embarrassing. But yeah, I usually take this bag with me everywhere I go. I don't really go many places. Just if I sleep over my boyfriend's house, or it lives on my makeup vanity after that. I separate my everyday makeup from my makeup kit that I use on clients, just because for sanitary purposes, I don't want to kind of like contaminate my client's makeup with my everyday makeup, and vice versa. It's kind of like a for bacteria, sanitary purposes. So anyways, if you want to see how to do this face, ooh, then keep on watching. And I've been doing this routine for about a couple years now. Not much has really changed. Not much has really changed from this routine, just like a little bit here and there. Have like a couple of my techniques have been updated, but nothing really much has changed. So I literally have my makeup bag here. It's like, I'm almost so embarrassed to show you because of how dirty it is, but this is my makeup bag. Yeah, I take this thing everywhere with me, whether I'm sleeping over my boyfriend's house, or I mean, I don't really do anything else exciting. That's pretty much the only place I really take this makeup bag. So it's just like, I'm gonna use everything that's in here. I pretty much wear this makeup look every single day of my life, except for Sundays. Sundays are my holy no makeup days. My friends are literally blowing up my phone right now. So the first thing I use, since this is an everyday makeup routine, I kind of like to use like somewhat affordable products. I don't really like to splurge and use like my higher end makeup products for every day, because I'm not really doing anything special throughout the day. So the first thing I use, which my skin is already moisturized and I have my pimple cream on everywhere, but the first thing I do is I prime my face, because that is a must. And what I use is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, and this is just a blurring primer. It's super affordable, and I kind of just like to pat it into my cheeks and like the areas where I have large pores, because we don't want that showing throughout the day. But this is just like a blurring primer. It kind of just like smooths out like any texture you have on your face, hides your pores, fills the pores in, and yeah. So once we got that all over the face, I then go into my foundation, and the foundation that I use is the Loreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup. And I'm in the color Natural Beige, which is like part of their warm section. They do have, I like to shake it up because, I don't know, I just feel like it get all the juices flowing. So they have like three color ranges, I guess. Well, they have like a whole bunch of colors. Like, this is my favorite foundation. Even when you're doing it maybe on a client and you're starting off for makeup, you don't want to splurge on something expensive. This is a really good foundation for that. This is the one that I use when picking foundations out, like the perfect shade. I normally like to basically, what I like to do is I like to see, like, well, I know what undertone I have, like what skin undertone I have, and since mine is like yellow and a little bit warm, I normally gravitate towards those. So what I'll do is, as well, like online, if you go to like any foundation, really, they will have like a description on the bottom of the different foundations, like the different, I guess, like the description of what the foundation color is. And I normally like to gravitate towards golden or yellow toned light skin, something with those words, because I do have light skin, but at the same time I am very yellow toned and golden. So yeah, so I just like to take like a foundation brush and move the product all over my face. And then I like to get a foundation or a blending brush. This is the Sephora Mineral. It's actually a powder brush, but I like to swirl it and blend it in like that. And you want to make sure you get everything. I seriously love this foundation. This has been my everyday foundation. Obviously, like for events or if I go out at night, I will use something a little bit more higher end, a little bit more matte, full coverage. But this to me is so perfect, and the price point is really good for everyday foundation. Looks like you go to work. I highly recommend this. School, whatever your job is. So, and I just really like to blend, make sure that there's no streaks, nothing. And another thing that I like to also do is maybe like every 3 weeks I will change my blending brush and my foundation, the foundation brush that I use to put the foundation all over my face. I like to switch those out about every 3 weeks or so. I will notice that if I don't do that, my foundation looks a little bit streaky. So that's like time, like that's like a heads up. Like my brush is basically telling me like, hey, wash me and get a new one. So yeah, I constantly am using different foundation brushes. I just found like I feel like the foundation looks a little better when you use a nice clean brush. So once you've been blending for 10 years, I'm then going to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera because that is another video coming soon. So you're just gonna have to wait for that. So then the next step, after I have my brows on and carved, the next step that I will do is I will put on concealer. And I use a mix of the No Filter ColourPop concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know what shade this ColourPop concealer is because I had the sticker on it and it came off. I think it's like medium 26 or something. But so since it's so close to my skin tone, I will just put this right here in the hollows of my eyes. Is that called the hollows of your eyes? Go a little bit down like that. So I will put that just right there, and then on top of that I will put the Tarte Shape Tape in light neutral, which is a little bit lighter and a little bit more full coverage. And I like to bring it out up to there. So I'll do like an upside down triangle. The classic, I don't know, what is this called? Contour concealer, whatever, highlighting concealer, I don't know. So I'm going to pounce this into my skin with a sponge. This is just a Thrive's cosmetic sponge. And then what I like to do, once I blend everything out, what I will like to do is I will then like get the leftovers and kind of put them around my nostrils, around my mouth, just to kind of kill any of the redness or leftover redness that's there on my face. So we're just pouncing. I really like to pounce the concealer because I want to avoid creasing. So I will go like over the same spot a lot of times because I just want it to be blended out really good. I will go back and forth like this. And then, yeah. And then I like to just follow the concealer here on my natural cheekbone area. Again, down the nostrils of my nose, sides of my mouth. I feel like I have one of Paris's hairs on my fingers. So once we got that, I then like to get a brush, and this is the e.l.f. blush brush. I use this brush because it literally fits so perfect under my eyes. And I will get the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. And this is in the shade Light Beige. I always like to get powders and concealers just a tiny bit lighter than my skin tone, so I can kind of give like that highlighting effect. And I'm just gonna set this, and I like to like squint my eye like this just so I avoid creasing. I want to set my eyes in a way where I'll get no creasing, because creasing is not cute. I mean, obviously it's gonna happen. It's not like it's not a normal thing. It happens to everyone, but I feel like this way I don't get creasing. And I literally can have this makeup on for like 8 hours. Go to the gym, sweat my life away, and it'll still be like intact. So once we have that, I then like with the leftover, I'll just go over the sides of my mouth, nostrils, all that. So then once we have that, I like to set my face, and I will use the same powder, the NYX powder. I like to use, this is a e.l.f. powder brush, and I just like to pop this on my face. I literally use the smallest amount, distributing all over my face. I also like to kind of bring it down the neck. But I literally use, like, I haven't even dipped in to the powder again. It was like one time, and then that's it. Because the more powder you add, it's a lot of cakiness. It adds cakiness to your face. And since in Miami it's very humid, we can get so cakey like that. So I try to avoid that with all costs by just applying a little bit of powder. You want to set the makeup, but don't overset it. For my face, I'm using the Morphe Celebutante bronzer and contour kit, or bronzer. I just use the bronzer side, and I like to go in lately. This has been a new technique of mine. I like to contour with a highlighting brush, and the highlighting brush that I'm using is the Morphe M510. And I just feel like this fits my cheekbones so much better than a bronzing brush or a contour brush. Like, it just fits, ugh, I have a hair. Like, it just fits so much better in the hollows of my cheeks. I feel like it gives it, like, my contour is a lot more precise. Even though I am going to go ahead and clean it up later. But I don't know, I like how like the diffusion it gives as well, versus like most contour brushes I've used or I have are like way too dense, and I feel like this like gives the perfect amount of bronzer on my skin or on my face. And if you don't know how to contour, I mean, there's 1,001 videos on YouTube on how to contour, but I kind of like to suck my cheeks in like that, and I just like to follow that hollowness. And then of course you want to get the temples and the top here of the forehead. And then I just like to use like the leftover bronzer that's on the brush and just do like the jawline. So that's it. And then for the nose, I don't really go in and like snatch my nose up a lot. I just kind of like, it's more for like putting bronzer on my nose so it doesn't look white and then my whole face looks bronzed. So I'll just start like up here. Obviously, I'm not gonna start like, I won't like literally do the side of my nose. I will slightly contour, I guess. Like, but like the brush is like, I don't know. It's not even like a brush to be contouring your nose with, but it works for me. So I go here like that, and then I go down. And then I'll do this. And then to kind of give it like a little button nose effect, I kind of just put a little bit of bronzer on the top right here, across, and here. So that's pretty much all I do for bronzer. I just started doing this not even like a month ago, and this has changed like the contour game completely, for me at least. I actually got this technique from Nelly Toledo here on YouTube and on Instagram. I think that's her Instagram name as well. I actually got this from her. I used to use the Laura Mercier powder to contour my face. I like to clean up the contour of my face, and I did note it was like super white, and then I saw one of her videos and I was just like why didn't I think of that? Like, that's genius. So I literally went immediately, I picked this up and I started doing it, and it like literally has changed the contour game forever for me. So this is, I use the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in light medium, the number 20. So I will literally put powder on the whole sponge, and then I will clean it up. So I'll do that, and I'll basically just let it bake. I'll basically just let it bake there. I'll put it kind of like the leftover powder. I'll just like, I guess, go over my laugh lines and all that. So I'll kind of just let it bake there for a while I do my blush and highlight on my nose and all that stuff. So while it's baking, I go in with blush, and these are like the top 3 blushes that I have in my bag, in my makeup bag, that I constantly am changing out every day. I use these, I don't know, it depends on my mood on the day that I will use them. They are so beat up, like I don't know, they're so beat up. Red vibes, and the next day I'm feeling orange, so I don't know. So then I like to use a really small blush brush. I mean, it depends like on the day and my mood on how much blush I want to apply, but lately I've been feeling like the small blush brushes because they literally sit on the tops of my cheek perfectly. And I need a close-up mirror. So I kind of like do a patting motion, and I'll put like my cheeks like this, and I will do a patting motion, blend it a little bit down into the contour, slowly neat, and it's not a harsh line. I love this blush. I love it. Especially if I'm super tanned. Like, this blush goes really nice with like golden, yellow skin tones. Like, oh, so nice. I was doing my friend's makeup the other day, and she has like very like she has tanned skin, like naturally tanned, and I was like, girl, this blush is made for you because it looked so pretty on her. Like, this blush really complements dark skin tones so well, like tan, like nice and tan skin tones. So I kind of like, you see, I'm like not overdoing it. I'm not like, I'm like just patting very lightly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Morphe continuous setting spray and just set my face before I do my highlight. And I will do that and get all my beautifully ironed. I will do that, and then I will kind of let it dry for a little bit. And the highlighting brush that I've been using lately is not even a highlighting brush, it's an eyeshadow blending brush. I know I'm using like highlighting brushes for contour and eyeshadow brushes for highlighting. I just think that this brush literally fits so perfect on my cheekbone, and I've shared it on my Instagram before how much I love this brush. And I used to use it on my eyes, and then one day I used it on my cheekbone as a highlighting brush, and I'm like, wow, like it's like very precise. And I feel like for my structure of my face, I don't really have like a lot of cheekbone area to play with, so I feel like I hated how my highlight would always come out because I just felt like it was like a thick line of shimmer and it wasn't like beautifully blended. And I just feel like this, I have more control of the brush with. This is the best palette. I don't know if it's still available on Sephora or on Nars.com, but this is the Nars Bord de Plage palette. And this was a limited edition, I believe. I don't really know, but I don't know if they have it still available. But it comes with like these 4. I don't really use so much like the bronzers on myself, but if I do a client, I will use it. I will bring it along. But I do use these highlights so much. They are literally so beautiful, and every single one of them just looks amazing on me. But the ones that I use for every day and I normally use a lot, and when they run out, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. But it's this like dark bronzy shade. I guess a dupe for this would be like the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Mírame bronzer. Or maybe the one that they just came out with, Chasing the Sun. So what I'll do first is I will apply that darker, it's like a darker golden bronzer, and I will just apply that like right here on a little bit on my temple next to my eyebrow, go a little bit down below on my cheekbones, and you see like how it just like the precision with this brush is just so like, I love it. So I will do that, and I will just build it up until it's like the perfect like the perfect highlight for me. And then I will do some on this side. And I know highlight is kind of going out of style, even though we all thought that it never will go out of style, but I don't think I'm ready to give it up just yet. I love highlight and I think it's everything. So I don't know if I'm ready to give like the whole highlighted look up. I will apply some here, just like some leftovers. I didn't pick up any more. I applied some to the tip of my nose and a little bit to my chin, Cupid's bow. Again, I don't pick anything up, just like whatever's on my brush. I will apply it there to these parts. And then I will go in with this gold shade, and I guess a dupe for this gold shade, if this palette is not available, is Fuego from Dose of Colors. Also, Gilded Honey is another good dupe for this from L'Oreal. And I will literally put this like right on the apples of my cheekbones, on the highest point of my cheekbones, and I will literally just go like that, and I will fade it back. And I don't know if you can see that, but it looks pretty good to me. And then like over here. So yeah, what are your plans for Halloween this year? Hopefully I would like to have this video up before Halloween, but I don't know. I always feel like I want to have plans on Halloween, but I never have plans on Halloween. It's just how it goes. I haven't done anything for Halloween for like the past like 3-4 years. So so then the next thing that I will do is I will use mascara. This mascara is so underrated. So this mascara I feel like doesn't get enough attention. This is the L'Oreal Double Extend Beauty Tubes Mascara. It's the one that has like the primer and the mascara. And I feel like this mascara doesn't get enough attention. Like, I love this mascara. Like, I swear it makes me look like I have false lashes on. And I don't know, I just think that I've been using the same mascara for like years now, and I just love it. Like, I've used like YSL, Lancome, like the Hypnose Lancome mascara. I've used the Too Faced, I think like Better Than Sex mascara. I've used like every single good mascara that there is out there, and they're good, don't get me wrong, but the way that this mascara like leaves my lashes is like no other. I literally gave up on all those high-end mascaras and I just started using this one. And then the way that it comes off as well is like, I hate when I take off my mascara and I literally have like, no matter how much makeup remover, no matter how many times I wash my face, I will literally just stay with like a permanent black line under my eye. and I think that looks so dirty and so gross. And no matter how many times, no matter what oil I use, micellar water, makeup remover pads, makeup remover oil, like no matter what I use, it just stays. But this mascara, when you take it off, it literally looks like hairs falling off. Like it literally looks like lashes coming off of your skin, or your lashes. I don't have to go too overboard with the mascara under the eyes. I kind of like to turn my brush like this, like vertical. And just kind of kiss the bottom lashes with the mascara. So then next for lips, since this is an everyday foundation routine, I don't really like to go ham on the lips every day on a daily basis. I will most likely just put either chapstick or just like a clear gloss. I don't know, I just don't have time for like a whole lip liner and lipstick thing. So I'm using the, I don't even know, this is like called Pout Plump. It's like a clear lip plumper. I don't even know like where this is from. I don't even know where. But I guess like any clear gloss will do. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for my everyday skin routine, not skin routine, my foundation routine. It's not really much to it. Obviously this took me a lot more time because I'm here doing it on camera and explaining, but this will literally take me maybe 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. I am so quick with it already. I'm like I'm just so quick with it because I'm just used to it already. But I hope you ladies enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please put a thumbs up and also subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in my next video.